no structure, no plan, and then wonder why it becomes chaotic. Have a good one, y'all. Am I the only one who notices this? I'm black and Mexican, but like I feel like the black community is really toxic. I don't feel I know. You guys fight each other all the time and go back and forth and have this fucking like animosity towards one another. And it's not all black men and all black women. It's like some of y'all, and the ones that stick out are the most toxic. Why am I bringing this up? Because that's all black women talk about nowadays. Anytime I scroll, I don't even like these videos and they come down my timeline of women saying, oh, no other races are doing 50-50. A lot of ethnicities are doing 50-50. Do you know who the only ethnicity bitching about it is black women. There's women out here doing 50-50. I don't understand what's the big deal. Not everybody's getting taken care of. Do you understand that you have to be very realistic? We are in a economy right now that is going to shit. And all of you guys want traditional. If we're realistic here, a lot of people don't even get to touch six figures. So that means a lot of you guys aren't going to get a traditional relationship. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying that because you can look at stats. And here's my thing. There's women out here doing 50-50 every day. They're just not complaining about it. I will always say this. There's certain ethnicities that actually work as a team and do things together. Hispanics. I'm saying that because I come from a Hispanic household. Yes, I'm black and Mexican, but like I said, y'all, Hispanics will always do things as a team. They might bitch and complain to the finish line, but we still have each other's backs. And a lot of black women come on these apps, not all, and you guys complain about this. Oh, black men make y'all this, black men. There's black men out here who make women go 50-50, and there's black men out here who take care of women. Just like there's other ethnicities of men who take care of women, and there's other ethnicities of men who go 50-50. I don't think there should be a hate or a slander towards whether a man wants to go 50-50 or traditional. We're in a new generation. Economy's bad. Like, can we stop?
Okay, first things first. Shout out to It's Tay Tay Baby. I've been following her content for a minute, and beautiful woman, very, very, very gorgeous woman. I think if she hasn't been proposed to, she might be. She's next on that chopping block to get proposed to and then have a family. Because somebody is going to give that woman a family. All right. Even with the tattoos on her face and all that other stuff, that shit ain't going. People gonna look at that as like shit. It's, I'm not simping, but I do think that's a beautiful woman. Okay, with that being said, she had this talk about black people being toxic when they talk about the economy, and usually this is my theory on that. It's like because she's not wrong, and it's because like it's gone to a point where it's just that that's all people talk about. Like people have like her video. This video that I got this from is from a woman not going. She had a problem going 50-50, and I done. Excuse me. I done made countless of videos of why I think 50-50 is logical. It's probably one of the most logical things. It's just that one, I feel like you can't do it with illogical people. And two, you can't do it with people who are naturally selfish. What does that mean? Usually, when you're with somebody, and I feel like when you're in a relationship, that person got to realize that, you know, it's we before I. Like you and both genders have to be that way. Like there's something you probably do want especially if you're building. There's something you do want as yourself for like selfish reasons, like new shoes or new hairs, but you might have to sacrifice this just so you're building and you're on trying to build a future for yourself and your family. Now, if you have someone that quote unquote is selfish about that, it's not going to work. It's you got someone that's not going to put in that work for it, it's not going to work. If you got someone that's bad with money, it's not going to work unless the other half is good with money. Usually, the one excuse me. Usually, the person that is good with money is usually the one that handles the finances, and they're the ones that keep controlling the money. Now, most people look at it as controlling, but it's more or less it's just knowing what you're good or bad at. Now, I feel like if you're bad with money, you don't stay bad with money. You try to learn how to develop to be better with money. But a lot of people don't know how to manage money that well. So, or you know, and some people they stay stupid, but usually, and this is something that I feel like a lot of people, don't do in relationships. You got to teach. You got to teach. If you're good with money and you know your spouse is bad with money, and if they're willing to learn, I got to throw that caveat in there. If that person is willing to learn to be better with money, you got to sit them down and be like, hey, there's some things you can't do, or okay, you need to stop doing this. Okay, you don't need to have this all the time. Okay, you can not do this. Ways to budget, and you got to understand the budget. And the reason why we have this 50-50 traditional thing is, for one, a lot of people don't know. Right, a lot of people don't know about how bad the economy is. Like, I think there's people that have an idea. There's people that know, but there's people that have idea. But there's people that don't know or don't even care how bad the economy is. They're going to try to get it themselves. Or some people, they'll work a job where they can get it themselves. Like, some people, they'll get those high price jobs, or them high lawyer jobs, or them high nurses. Like, a lot of women become nurses because it pays well, but usually they don't get it to like build a family with. They use it just so they can get the things they want, which is, like I said, there's a lot of selfishness in the community where we're based on survival. And that's another reason why she was like, why is the black community so toxic? Because we are based on survival and not just living. Like, I feel like other races, and this is coming from a person who's black and Panamanian, and I feel like the Panamanian side of our family is real based on family. Like, we're real, like, I even now, like, I'm one of 7 kids, and we have a group chat together. We all talk to each other. There's sometimes I can be in there, sometimes I don't do the my work schedule. But when I'm in there, like, we in there, we having a good time. We're talking to each other. Like, it's so bad that when we go to other places, people think we're like we how could and they think we're better than people. That we think we're better than people, and it's like furthest from the truth. But I told my sister it's because we move like a unit. It's really because we move like, one, we move like a unit, and two, like, even though we are black, we do some non-black traditional shit. Like, we had, like, growing up, our people used to come over how we used to have the spot that everybody would come home to. My mom would cook something. When she would cook, like, my friends and other people, they will have a plate sometimes. And it's not like they were starving or nothing. It's just like they have fun. My mom used to make the best cakes, and my mom was making those cakes. There's a lot of people that would ask for my mama's cakes, and then some people would actually buy it. It got to a point where she was like making cakes, and then people would like try to buy a whole package full of cakes. She would make them and then sell them. Like, my mom had the best cakes in the area we lived in, and his shit was like crack. Trust me, trust me. But yeah, like, even then, like, when we moved, there was people that still stayed over our house. It's just like people that come in and stayed over our house. You don't really get that from a lot of black families no more. I've never seen that in another black family. Hell, I've been in. I know friends that they can't stand their families and some shit like that. But their family, but they really can't stand it, and it's just like. And like I said, not gonna say we not perfect, because we get on our nerves. It's inevitable. We do get on our nerves, but we love each other. But yeah, again, we done live with each other for longer, so we know how to, like. I know how to talk to my sisters. I know how to talk to my brother, and then vice versa. They know what the other, like, we know each other like the back of our hands. Isn't that, like I said, it's inevitable. Um, what else? And Oh yeah, a lot of people don't understand. I think I said this, but I ain't really touched it. A lot of people don't know the economy. How, like you said, the economy is bad, but they don't know how bad. And also, I think Tay Tay also points this out. Usually, you get with people that don't really like. It's about themselves, and then not about putting in, because the whole thing of the table talk. And I say this all the time. Why people are tired of this table talk? Because it's just like, because the whole question, what do you bring? Because men are asking, what do you bring to the table? And this is what I tell people. Okay, here's the thing about the table, or you got to really look at it as a house. In order to build a solid house, it has to be on solid foundation, like a sturdy foundation. If the foundation is not good, the house will fall. So when we're dating and all that other stuff, we need to know like how sturdy you are as a foundation. Like if especially when people's just like, let's say a man makes 6 figures, you want to do that make 6 figures. Okay, are you with me because I make 6 figures, or are you with me because you fuck with me? Do you find me attractive? Because I've been seeing. Look, I understand like people don't marry off of love; they marry off of duty. But I do also believe that you do got to be attracted to the person. I've seen so many loveless relationships. Like the pandemic exposed a lot of it. Like when people had to actually stick with each other and learn about each other. Like a lot of divorces rate because it's just like, this is the person I'm with, and I do feel like you have to at least be attracted to that person, and I feel like you got to be attracted for like he has a personality. Okay, he may make us not much, but he's good to me, and a lot of women like. I feel like this, and this is just me. I feel like a lot of women got it backwards. It's just like they'll take security over um, attractiveness. Like he a girl, he ugly, but and I don't like nothing he do, but he got money, he know how to take care, so I just went for that. And then like some dudes is just like they know that, they try to win them over, but it's just like the money. They're more attracted to your money than you are of them. I just seen a wedding video on Jeremy L. Holloway's joint where the groom was kissing the bride, but the bride wasn't kissing him back and all that stuff, and it just looked embarrassing. And it's just like, you married this woman, and that shit this, and I was like, oh no. And people try to vouch for it. Maybe she don't like public displays of affection. I said, that is your wedding. That is the ultimate place where you show your public display of. That's the ultimate place where you show that person that you really love them. You're giving them a wedding, a ring, and you proposing them to make you husband and wife. You telling me that's literally where you become husband and wife. You expect them not to be having like PDA or some shit like that? No, you're supposed to let that shit go. And that shit, I was like, wow. Now, okay, Tay Tay baby, and like I wasn't insulting what you said, but it's obvious. It's like, I don't know. It's sort of like The Rock. It's just like you can tell she's more lean into the Latino side, which I don't have a problem with. I really don't have a problem with, because I feel like anytime maybe she grew up more around the Latino side than the black side, which it is possible. Again, not judging you at all. I could be wrong. If you all of a sudden stumble on this video, you can tell me. But I feel like even with some of the stuff that black people do, it surprises you because it's just, oh yeah, they and about the whole thing about like they don't know that other races do 50-50. Yeah, I explain this to many black people all the time. It's just like, again, well, black people, we are such in our box that sometimes we don't know or don't care what other races are doing. But we like to throw it in the face. Like, I don't see many white people do. I said, how many white people do you talk to? And I had to have this conversation with people too. It's just like, how many white people have you talked to? Because this is why I love being in the military, because you're open to see like many cultures and how they do things. And I can tell you, it's like, yeah, they do it all the fucking time. I was like, Asian people, they literally open restaurants and hire their family. You don't find that, you don't think that's 50-50? You know, like white people, they get jobs. They both get jobs. And if they really like each other, they both get jobs and they move in with each other. And then, like, you know, make it work that way. It's, but I think because black people, we are so skeptical about one another that, like, all that sound like, out of, like, a trap. Or it's just like, why do I have to do all that? To some people, especially the black people, it's just like the thing. And I'm not saying like we should follow white people rules, but like a lot of people, they want something, but they don't know what it is they want, and that's where I'm going to leave. Shout out to It's Tay Tay Baby. Hopefully, um, I don't know. You know, if you seen this video again, hi. I'm a big fan, and I think you are super gorgeous. Not shoot my shot, but that's just I was just saying you're super gorgeous, and I would like to hopefully have a conversation with you one day. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tune in. My name is Eskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.